Tell me the truth, this is the end. I feel like lose myself.
Assalamualaikum to Madam Nurhaniza and my fellow friends. Today my friend and I will present about our project, which is Employee Payroll System of the Hotel Kingdomland. So first thing first, I will introduce you our team members, which is consists of 4 members. My name is Nurhanakalla binti Muhammad Firdaus, and my friend is Nurliana binti Suhaimi, Nur Huda binti Syed Abu Bakar, Nur Farah Shuhada binti Osman. So basically, why we choose employee payroll systems is because it conveys a lot of importance and significance. There are 4 significance here. First, payroll system is more accurate and efficient. This system automates the entire payroll process and reducing errors that can occur with manual calculations. This ensures accurate and timely payment to employees and also avoiding discrepancy and dissatisfactions. Number 2, it is more time saving. Automating payroll process saves time for HR department or those responsible for managing payroll. It reduces the time spent on manual data entry, calculation, and resolving payroll-related issues. Number 3, it is for employee self-service. Modern payroll system offers self-service portal for employees. This allows them to access their payment detail, tax information, and other relevant data without having to involve HR staff. It also promoting transparency and convenience. Number 4, payroll system is for employee satisfaction. It is more timely and accurate payment processing that will improve employee morale and satisfaction, and also fostering a positive work environment. So next, we're gonna go to the connection of table. So what is table of connection or connection of table? It's a table that allows to create a dynamic and structured reference about the relationship of table that exists in this project. So first of all, I will explain how to create this table of connection. First of all is we need to go to the data. We need to create the relationship first between the table, and we click this button, and then you click new, and you must complete this information first, which is first you need to identify what is the primary key and which one is foreign key. So for example here that we have done is our primary key is employee ID. So what is the primary key? The primary key is the key that more unique, and also is a value that hold the unique value of every row in the table. So for example here, we choose employee ID, and for foreign key, it is the data, is a column of data in a one table that refer to the unique values. Employee name refer to the employee ID. So that is the foreign key. So after you complete this relationship, you just click OK. So then it will appear like this. So you can do as much as table you have. You can create as much as relationship you have in this project. Okay, and then you can close it. So now I will explain you how to get this diagram view of the connection table. So you go to the power pivot up here, and then you go to the manage button, the green one at the left side. Then you just click here, and then here you choose diagram view, and then it will automatically appear the diagram view of relationship of table that you have created here. And then you can go to file and save as picture. That's all. Here is our hotel employee login page. First thing first, employee need to key in their ID to get access. For example here, 1010 or 1006 or 1008. The employee name will appear at here. For employee login, we use VLOOKUP function. We go through the VLOOKUP function argument. First argument is the lookup value, which is F10, where the employee ID you want to locate, it will appear at there. You want to locate the employee ID at F10. Next, we will go to the second argument, which is table array. For this value, we link it with the employee data sheet at A5 until W26. We go to the employee data sheet, we drag from A6 until W26, where the table ends. Next is the third argument, the column index number. Here we choose employee name. If you go to the employee data sheet, you will see that employee name is at the second table at number 2 column. That's why we put 2. The fourth argument, we choose false because we want the exact value. That's how the VLOOKUP function. Here we use the hyperlink button. We click the enter. Then you will go to the dashboard, the home page. Employee can view the information they want to access. Employee can access for their personal detail, payment slip, data analysis, OT calculator, or OT summary. Also here we have the hyperlink button. That button will take you to the logout page. So we use hyperlink button, and then to make sure that our sheet is stay connected here, we use equal function that this value is connected with the login page at F10. And also for name, to make sure it's still connected with the login page, we put the function equal at login page F14. So next, we will go through the personal detail. For example here, employee will go to their personal details. If you keep payment slip, you will go to the payment slip part. So here we all use hyperlink. Next, we go to personal detail. So for personal detail here, we can see we use hyperlink button here. We click for home page that it's easy for employee to go back to their home page like that. And also we use here VLOOKUP function and also equal function. It's connect with the login page, or maybe you can connect it with Payslip sheet or anything that you want to make sure that it's still connected, so you can get the exact value. So next here we will go through the VLOOKUP function here. As you can see, the first argument is the lookup value at G13. So G13 here, why why we choose the first argument is employee ID at G13 because we want to make sure that the employee name and employee ID is relate and stay connect. So that we will get the exact value, exact information that remained connected. So the second argument is the table array. We use employee data at A6 until W26. So when you go to the employee data sheet, you will drag here A6 until W26 here, where the table ends. Okay, next. The fourth argument is the column index, number 2. The number 2. Employee name is located at the employee data at column number 2 here. Number 1, employee name. Number 2, employee ID. Number 1. Number 2, employee name at column number 2. And then we choose false because we want to get the exact value. Same goes to the address, race, bank, department, positions, allowance. All here we use VLOOKUP function. What is different is the column that we want to choose. For example, address here, it located at column number 6 at employee data sheet. That's the difference. For example, race here, it located at column number 4 at employee data sheet. So that's all for the employee data. For the personal details of employee data.
Hi, my name is Noliana. So here we are going to explain further on the overtime summary calculator. Here, click here, and then this will appear, this page will appear, and then what we have here is employee ID, employee name, department, position, and overtime, and the table that shows the overtime. Okay, from the employee ID, we have the function equal login F10, which is from the login page that link to this page. And then employee name, we use the VLOOKUP function. Here we have the J11 from the employee ID, and then and then the second agreement, which is the table array that we have from this employee data. And then the third agreement also we link to the employee data, which is here, that indicates to the second column of the employee data. And then the fourth agreement, which is fourth, to get the exact match but accurate. This function is applied also on the department and position. But over time, we use it quite different from others, which is we use the VLOOKUP function, and for the second agreement, we use from this from this table, which employee position, and then the second and the third agreement, which is also from here. From here is which to indicate whether that the employee is entitled to have the overtime or not. And false is also which to get the exact match but accurate. So here this employee, which is Siti Nadadila, is entitled to have overtime. So here we have the table that appear completely with the time in, time out, which is break, and then time and so on lah. And also our work regular and overtime. Here we have to get this total of our works that this particular employee, which is we sum up all of this in a week, which 9, sum up all of this here, the calculation, we sum up L24 until L29. All this. We sum up here. If we sum up all this number, the value, and we will have this value. Also apply to this regular and overtime, regular hour and overtime. Here. So here, if we refer to this to get the total pay for the regular hours and overtime, here we must use the function multiply function, which is here, which is the total hour we multiply with this table, which is we multiply for the to the this value to get this value 378 multiply R8 M31 multiply with R8 to get this value, and then also apply to this overtime, which is we equal to N31 which is here multiply with the overtime, which is R9 to get this value here. It will appear. So here, employee can see how much they will pay, how much the overtime, and then here pay we sum up of this regular hour and overtime to get this. This is actually the total pay that for the particular to get as they expected. So here we also have the reset button, which is to format all this table, just to let the employee key in once back again the data to see in a specific weeks of overtime that they have been made. So if we click here reset, the form has been reset. Yeah. Okay. So is all this data is already has been formatted, and they can key in once again, which is here we have the calendar that we have insert from the developer. Here if we click here date, we can just key in back the date here. Yeah, here 11th, 12, and so on. See, this is actually to ease the employee to key in back in a specific time. So they don't need to type. They just need to click. By clicking this calendar, then this will key in all the data. Key here. Alright, that's all overtime calculator. Now we're moving on to the overtime summary. Now we will continue on the overtime summary by clicking this in the dashboard. Here, this employee overtime summary appear. We have summarized the total overtime here to see the employee's total overtime. In this sheet, we are using the if function. Use the if function. If we can see from the total working hour, here is the function. By clicking this function argument, it will appear. We are insert this input from the keys from this key cell, and then if it's true, also from the same key cell here, and then if false, we output our M0. By clicking OK, it will appear. Same goes to the total regular hour. By clicking this function, we use from this key cell, and then here if it's true, clicking this, and if it false, yarn 0, by this will appear. So here are the total working hours and total regular hours. For to get the total overtime here, we have used the subtract function that we are deduct from the total working hours and total regular hours. So here if we refer to the function equal to F21, which is here, and subtract to H21 is from here. So you will get to see the total overtime for the particular employees that did the overtime. So has the Siti Nurida Yusuf, the total overtime for her is 81 ringgit. If you see the overtime calculator here, it is true because she only did for 9 hours overtime in a particular week. She will get for what she expected has in the system. Okay, that's all for the employee overtime summary.
Okay, now next we'll proceed with the payment slip. As you can see, this is our payment slip for our group. This is the home button. If you click this home button, it will take you to the home page. Okay, for the payment slip, we use the VLOOKUP function as the main function, and then the equal function, and the last is sum function. For the employee's ID and employee name, we use the equal function that connected with the login page and the personal detail page. For the department, position, email, bank, account number, basic salary, total allowance, EPF, SOCSO, total deduction, net salary, food allowance, medical allowance, and total leave taken, we use the VLOOKUP function. We will go through the first argument is lookup value. Okay, the lookup value is D11 where the value link with. As here, the department link with the employee's ID at D11. You can see the employee's ID at the D11. Okay, the second argument is the table array. Um, Table array where this link with the employee data sheet, and we will go through the employee data. You can see we can click starting from the A6 until the W25 for the table array. Okay, the third argument is the column index where the department located at in the employee data sheet. Okay, let's we go through. Okay, in employee data, you can count starting from the employee ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You can see the department column is the department column at the 8 column. And then the last one is the false. Why we choose false? Because we need the exact value. Okay, for the overtime, we use the equal function that link with the OT summary at J21. You can see the OT at the J21. Next is gross salary. We use the sum function where we take the D17 basic salary plus with D18 total allowance to get the gross salary. Okay, for employee to get the hard copy payslip, they can pressing on this print slip button. How to get this print slip button? First, we go to the developer part and then we choose the insert controls. We choose the form controls where the button, and then you can just randomly select it. which part you want to put the button slip. Then you need to click the new button and you need to insert the coding for the print slip. So to make it function, you must put the correct coding, and then you can just close it and then it will pop up like this. Okay, I will show you the coding for this. Okay, this is the coding that we put for this print slip button. Okay, that's all from me. I pass to the another presenter.
So now we are moving to the data analysis of employees of Hotel Kingdoland. So here you can see there are pivot table, pivot chart, and also the slices. So I will show you how I get and how to use all of this. Okay, so the first one you can see I can just simply move my slices, my chart to the position that I want. I can click on this position and some things will appear. Okay, but if I don't want to do that, I just want all of the chart and just stick at the same place, and I can just protect this sheet. So how can I do that is, first one, you just have a look on the top of the menu here and then you click on the review. So when you click on the review, there is a protect sheet, okay, and then they will appear like that, and then you just put your password. And then I click OK, and then just re-enter your password. Okay. So then, when I protect this sheet, I cannot simply move my table, my chart, and my slices. So if I want to do so, I just unprotect the sheet by putting the password back. Okay. So when I put the password back, I can simply move my chart, make a changes, and so on. So now we move to the pivot table. How we get the pivot table? We can get this pivot table based on the employee data itself. So how? You just click on this A5 and then go to the insert, click on pivot table from table and range, and then just click OK. And then yes, it will appear like this. But I already renamed the page as data analysis. Okay, as you can see. Okay, so you just delete this. Okay. So, as you can see, in pivot table, there are position and sum of basic salary. And then in the pivot chart also remain the same, the position and the basic salary. It means all the things that appear in pivot chart are based on the pivot table. So let's say I want to have a look on the position and their total leave per month. Okay, so how can I do? It means I need to make a change on my pivot table. So I just click on this and then right click and then go to the last option here, which is show field list, and then you just click on it. So when you click on that, it will appear like this. Means you already take your position and basic salary. Let's say I don't want to see a basic salary and I want to see the total leave. So what can I do is just untick the basic salary and then tick on the total leave. So when I tick on the total leave, the things that appear in the pivot chart also same to the pivot table. Okay, so here you can see some of total leave. Okay, but most of you will confuse why this is total of basic salary. But never mind, these two things, you can just simply change based on your pivot chart. So here I already put a total of basic salary, and then but this chart is about the total leave. So what can I do is I just simply erase them and then I just rename it as total of leave. Same goes to the pie chart. I can just simply rename it to the total of leave. So it tally. Okay. So sum of total leave and then so on. Okay. I will go to the slices, but I want to change this pivot table to the position and also sum of basic salary. So as I said before, just click on this, right click, show field list, and then you untick on the total leave, you tick on the basic salary, and then here there's no problem at all. You can just rename it to your name that you like. As for me, I just put the total of basic salary because I want it to be same to the pivot chart and pivot table. So here you can see in pivot table and pivot chart there is basically the same thing but only in the same form, but only in the different form. So you can see here the position is um on this thing, and the total of basic salary on the left side. So, okay, let's say when I go to the slices, I can simply filter. Okay, filter. For example, I don't want to see all of the position of the basic salary. Let's say I only want to see the receptionist basic salary. So what can I do? Go to the slices here. You just click on the thing that you don't want. So you can see it is orange color. When you click on it, it will turn into white. So you just click, but in your mind, don't click on receptionist because you want to see the basic salary of the receptionist. So click, and then there are only basic salary of receptionist. So here on the pivot table is also only for receptionist, and then same goes to the pivot chart. So let's say you want to select multiple. You want to see the basic salary of the marketing assistant, marketing manager, and receptionist. So what you can do is you just click it again and then click it again. So then it will appear three kind of position that you already choose in slices here. Okay. You can see if in the slices you choose these three things, and then in the pivot table it also contains the same thing, same goes to the pivot chart. Okay, and then if you want to make and if you want to see all of the position of their basic salary, and then you just click to all of that, it will become same to the beginning that I show you before. Click, and yeah, you can see all the position and their basic salary here simply when you use these slices.
Next, we will go to employee data sheet. So here you can see that we have employee ID, employee name, IC number, race, phone number, current address, email, department, position, account number, bank, month and year, basic salary, food allowance, medical allowance, total allowance, gross sales, gross salary, total leave, EPF, EIS, overtime, net salary, and deduction. All this information is located at employee data. So how to create this employee data sheet? We need to use the table. We key in all the information that we have. After that, we use here the function of average of basic salary because we want to get the average of basic salary. So we put the function equal average, and then you go to the basic salary. So our basic salary here located at there at this column, and then after you put E what we call that, average, and then you just create, and then you just drag all this amount. Like for example, I put here equal average here. Then you drag all this column like that. Hit enter. Okay, and then the amount will appear just like that. So okay. So that's how you get the average number. Okay. So if you want to delete the 00 at the back, you just click here, here, like that. And if you want put the, what you call that, the monetary, you just click here, RN, just like that. So that's how you get the average. So I will delete this. Okay, next is how you get the minimum basic salary is we use the function of equal minimum, and then you drag at the basic salary column just like average just now, so you get the amount. Same goes to the how you get the total amount, but you just change it to the sum formula, equal to sum, and then you drag all the basic salary column and you will get the total amount of basic salary. So that's all for the employee data sheet.
So now we move to the conclusion. By using an employee payroll system in Excel, it can offer several benefits, especially for small business or those with straightforward payroll process. Some of the advantages are it is cost effective due to many companies. Excel is a part of the Microsoft Office suite, which many businesses already use, making it a cost effective solution compared to specialized payroll software. And then, Excel based system may require more manual effort and there is a higher risk of errors compared to automated payroll software.